Director of Sales, Colin Shanner, on the set with VNTV. Here.
Wonderful to be here with you this evening.
Yes, thanks. With our audience, I just want to get a sense of how PingoSolar was formed and the transformation from the cenergy company into PingoSolar.
Right, well thank you. Thank you for the opportunity of being here, of course. Cenergy Power is one of the nation's largest commercial installers of solar. In business dedicated to the solar installation since 2006, with over 120 megawatts installed, which is 120 million watts of solar power since inception for some of the biggest and most reputable companies in the world. Companies such as FedEx, JCPenney, Thermo Fisher, the University of California school system, etc. Always with the trademark of unmatched solar value. The best bang for the buck, so to speak. The most value for the customer.
So with that background of cenergy, why PingoSolar?
2 years ago, it became apparent that a residential division was needed at Cenergy Power. Because heretofore, we would always install systems on the homes of these owners and board directors and employees of these companies of which I just spoke. Always at the lowest price per watt, the best value for money, and the best way to go solar. So then 2 years ago it made sense, why not just bring that out to the general public? The same price point, the same quality, the same value, the same service. So then we opened the residential division.
So as I was mentioning to our audience, right, that solar has been very popular within, the United States within recently. Right. And you brought up the point that I want to emphasize on is the best price point and
right.
also the benefits of solar to the consumer on the residential side. If that's the case, in the past we have heard a lot of different plans or more like different kinds of programs to benefit the consumer in essence of lease and in essence of purchase.
Right.
So what makes your program or PingoSolar different and or better than the one that already established out there right now?
Exists, right. And so going back to what I said, and so then the residential division grew by leaps and bounds to where it needed its own branding, and hence PingoSolar.
Sure.
Always built on the foundation of offering the customer the most value at the best price and the best way to go solar.
Sure.
As you mentioned, there's been all these different vehicles. Of course, the one that was prevalent was the lease. And so 5-6 years ago, the solar lease sort of did the public a favor in making solar economically attainable and appetizing for the homeowner, because the cost of the systems were so high and there was no adequate zero down purchase financing.
Right.
So the only way that made economic sense was through the lease. The problems inherent with the lease are that the leasing company, Wall Street, gets the tax credit, the 30% tax credit.
Right.
You pay for 20 or 25 years on an interest-laden payment stream.
Right.
You never own the system.
Right.
You decrease the value of your house because you have to have a sticky entanglement transfer of the lease process, or you have to buy it outright after 20 years, or come and pay them to come and take it off.
Right.
Right. So the purchase financing in the last couple of years has come into play, where you can purchase a system outright with zero down at 1.89% on a 12-year purchase loan.
Okay.
So these are the benefits. You get the 30% tax credit, not the leasing company, not the solar company.
Right.
You pay for 12 years at 1.89% without a cent out of your pocket.
Right.
In almost all cases, lower than that payment, loan payment, is lower than what you're paying now on your monthly payment to SDG&E or Edison or PG&E.
Right. So the concern of the consumer was, if I own it, then it becomes my responsibility. The lease model that you mentioned,
correct,
I don't have to worry about anything, right? So if something breaks, then someone else fixes for me because it was a lease.
Right.
So how is this program is better than the lease and or anything that you can elaborate?
And that's the other thing. It's a little bit of disinformation about how the lease is sold. Well, the lease has always historically been sold zero down, nothing to worry about for 20 years.
Right.
Okay. But in effect, you're only knocking your electric bill down by about 20 to 30%. Right. So why not knock it all out? Okay. And with the warranties, with the partners that we use, which are top-tier manufacturers,
Okay.
Hyundai Heavy Industries, the world's largest shipbuilding company, a solar division, a car division, an aerospace division, etc. They provide a 25-year warranty.
Okay.
We provide a 20-year warranty as one of the top 3 largest installers in the country, right? To anything to do with maintenance, labor, workmanship, anything is go. Same as the lease.
Right.
The lease provides that.
There one piece that I want to delve into is the lease. You don't have to pay anything up front. So basically, you get a zero down payment or
Just
anything.
like the zero down purchase.
So with this purchase, you also get a zero down
Zero
payment.
down, 1.89% for 12 years. After 12 years, you own the system outright, a system that's warranted for 25 years of
So
power.
who are the financial backers for this particular
The
program?
financial partner is San Diego Metropolitan Credit Union, which is the banking partner of the San Diego Zoo. So
Okay.
very reputable banking partner, of course. The manufacturers are Hyundai Heavy Industries, LG, of
Okay.
course.
So
very-
walk
and,
me through the process for a little bit. If I am a homeowner, for example,
Right.
if I want to go through your system or get your program, for example, what qualification do I have to have in order for me to get that loan?
You have to be, on title of the home, of course.
Okay.
To get the 1.89% interest rate, you have to have, fairly good credit, of course.
Sure.
Very good credit. And
Is there a minimum requirements for that loan? Like
for the
good
1.89%,
credits?
it's a credit score above 700.
Okay.
As you go down to, it goes all the way down to a 640 credit score, and the interest rate is up around the 4.99%.
So depend on your
range.
credits to get the
Depends
rates.
on your credit, of
Okay.
course, right.
Also, I think another big piece that worry our consumer is the turnaround, right?
Right.
So when I signed the paper to be, let's say that I purchased that system, and or in the past, if I lease the system, it seems like different companies giving me a different timelines, right? So
Right.
sometimes it giving me 3 months, some cannot wait that long.
Right.
So what is your turnaround for
Our
that kind of
average installation, residential installations average 35 days in SDG&E and SCE territory, Edison territory. So this is Southern California.
That's Southern
35 days from contract signing to permission to operate, meaning you can turn the system on.
Okay.
Right? So these solar companies that sell the lease, they're primarily finance companies, right?
Right.
They're just getting to sign, they want to sign you up to lease, they want to send it to their Wall Street finance partner so they can bundle it as an investment,
Right.
and then they have installation partners that do it.
Right.
There's no reason for an installation to take that long unless there's some extraordinary circumstances. So, like I said, we average 35 days in you getting.
That's
to
actually pretty decent.
It's fantastic.
Timeline. Yeah,
It's
that's
fantastic,
great.
yeah.
So another one that I want to touch base is a lot of our viewers already had the system, and then their concern was if I think this is a touching point for some of them. It's a little bit technical, right? So
Right.
they always concerned about the quality of the panels, how many panels and how many gigawatts or kilowatts or whatever watts
Right.
that is, right?
Kilowatt hours.
Yeah,
will they
so
produce?
all
There's
of those
some
in technical-
confusing terminology.
Exactly.
There's kilowatts, kilowatt hours,
And you mentioned
megawatts,
you
yeah.
only used one panel manufacturer, which is Hyundai, a reputable company.
Correct.
Is there another one that you use, or how Hyundai is compared to the rest of the other one in the market right
And
now?
we use LG also, which is a very diversified multinational company as well too.
Okay.
One of the reasons we've settled on Hyundai is not only are they fantastic tier 1 panels, right?
Okay.
So they'll only degrade. Solar cells are no different, just like humans. As we all get older, we degrade a little bit, of course. So your production, of course, decreases over 25 years
Right.
than it was in year 1. So as a tier 1 panel,
Right.
it only degrades at 0.07% a year. So
Right.
effectively, at the end of 25 years, you get about 85% production that you got in year 1.
Okay.
Right. So one of the reasons we've seen many panel manufacturers in the last 14 years come and go.
Right.
Right. So Hyundai, the warranty is with the multinational parent company.
Okay.
Very diversified, huge market cap, like I said, world's largest shipbuilding company.
Right.
So they're going to be here for the long haul.
Right.
We've seen so many companies open a solar division, put the warranty underneath that division. As soon as it's not profitable, they roll it up and it's gone. A warranty is only as good as who stands behind it, right?
Sure.
So you've got our warranty for 20 years, you've got Hyundai's warranty for 25 years, you've got the warranty on the inverters
So
from
the
SMA.
20 years that you warranty is from PingoSolar, and then whatever
Correct.
breaks, whatever it is,
No out-of-pocket
No out-of-pocket
cost, we
cost.
come out, repair
so
it, replace
basically
it.
the consumer, it's going to be guaranteed for at least 20 years without touching the system, without doing any maintenance.
Just like
without-
the lease.
Just like the lease.
We monitor it, and in this day and age, they're plug-and-play systems.
Okay.
They're tier 1. right? The highest quality, there's no moving parts.
Right.
If we were in the repair and warranty business, we'd be out of business, right?
Okay.
There's very, very little repair work done.
I think a
But
lot
if there is, we're right there to help you.
Sure. I think one more last thing before I let you go is, I know that the viewers might be questioning about, let's say you said about the lease when you sell the homes, right?
Right.
The lease do not go with the homes, but go with the person, right?
Correct, and it's very sticky.
And how is that different from the owner,
Right.
Own the system right now?
Right.
If they have the loan under their name, how can
Right.
they transfer or can they buy out directly after they sell the home?
The loan would be paid off then through the transfer, through the sale of the property, through the escrow.
Okay.
And when you talk to us, when you talk to John Bui, we'll be happy to provide you much data
Okay.
from the California Association of Realtors, from the Berkeley Labs. There's many studies out there showing how owning solar, either through an outright cash purchase or through a purchase loan,
Sure.
you raise the value of your house by about 10%.
Right.
Because what you're doing is the buyer is buying a house that has 25 years of power paid for. Sure. In SDG&E territory, we know, we had the electric bill, that equals $100,000 or
Sure.
more in many cases.
Right.
So there's value there, right? So in the lease, then you'd have to get someone to sign up, to re-sign up for a
Understood.
lease when the world is now woken up to why would I lease when I can own and all the benefits, right?
So the bottom line is, from your experience in this field of solar, the option right now, the best for the consumer is to purchase.
Own your power.
Okay.
Purchase and own your power, zero down, everything covered for 25 years with the panels, 20 years on the labor, right, and workmanship, and if anything should go wrong, which very few things do, with zero out-of-pocket costs on a 12-year loan,
That makes sense to me.
1.89%.
Yeah, whatever you discussed to me, it makes so much sense.
And after 13 years, you
all
own the
yours.
system.
That's
yeah.
right.
And let me tell you this, is so many customers who were going to sign a lease, right? Intelligent, working, smart people, right? Who were going to sign a lease. I said, give me 1 second. Let's just do the economic breakdown. Let's do the breakdown. What you're going to pay over 20 years for the lease, what you're going to pay on a 12-year loan. You make the decision. We're not in hard. I've ran big sales organizations. I've never been a hard sales guy. Let the numbers speak for themselves. In almost every case, it sells itself. It makes sense for the homeowner, not the solar company.
I'm sold.
Sign right here.
Sign
please.
right here. Thanks for your
you.
time again.
Thank you very much, sir.